All right, it's entry time, and I'm on my phone this time because I wanted to I had a mindset, right? And I wanted to get out of the house and recording as soon as possible, and grabbing my Osmo would have fucked up my train of thought. We're gonna go straight into some deeper stuff. I was just on the phone with Scar, and tonight I didn't edit my video. I scrolled for around 5 hours after stream. Obviously something bad. Obviously that's not a good thing. And this has been a recurring trait for literally the last few weeks, potentially even months. I don't even fully remember. What's been happening is that immediately after stream, I scroll for minimum 3 hours usually, every single day, constantly, and it results in me working on my videos late. Even though sometimes I do end up putting effort into my videos while it's late, it is late, and the later it gets, the later I wake up the next day, the later I get home from the gym, and the later I do all these things. And I wanted to ask myself why. Because going outright and saying, oh, it's just because I'm being lazy, or it's just because I'm undisciplined, or just because this, like, yes, at its core, that's likely the root cause. However, giving something a blanket term doesn't really actually solve the issue. Like, for instance, if someone's sick and you go, oh, they're sneezing a shit ton. Well, it's just because they're sick and they need to stop being sick. Like, well, no fucking shit, but like, what sickness do they have and why is it causing them to sneeze? And what can we do to cure that sickness? And when I analyzed that using that mindset for issues I was having, I came to the conclusion that of something I'm calling avoidance. When I go to work on my long form videos, which require usually a decent amount of editing, I procrastinate like crazy. And we've compared it to my cold calling for my business, which hasn't had as many issues. And I believe that it's because the difference is seeing results. With the business, I've gotten 3 sales in the last 4 weeks, which is a pretty good ratio. However, with my, with my long form videos, I've been posting them for 6 months, 8 months, almost a year, maybe even 2 years, and I haven't had a single video go over 1,000 views. So internally, what I end up telling myself is that I put all this work into a video, I put all this effort in, and it means nothing, and it doesn't get the recognition and the attention that I believe it deserves. So instead of just working harder like I should, I practice avoidance, which I just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, and then I go, oh, whoops, whoa, my time ran out and now I have to go to bed, and this and that, and oh, it's just too late, oh, I made the mistake, or this and that. And I pretty much generate an excuse for myself to not do the work. When in reality, YouTube long form is going to be one of the harder things that I have to do. And it's going to be difficult because you have to post a shit ton of times for something to go viral. And my brain is rejecting it because it's not seeing the results that it needs to see, that it wants to see, not that it needs to see. So I believe that the biggest counter to avoidance is realizing that, sorry, that tonality might have changed the message there. I need to realize that's just results that my brain wants to see, but it's not what matters. Well, until it does matter. What does matter is that I show up every day and I genuinely make the best video that I can, that I'm capable of, and use every single resource to my advantage, which could be caffeine, timing, anything. I can do anything, but it needs to be within its bounds, and it needs to be actually achievable, and it needs to be non-restrictive. And some things that could be restrictive is late timing, negative mindsets, missing the gym. All of these things are, first of all, excuses that I can use in my brain to say, oh, well, that's why I didn't get it done. But they're also things that will negatively impact my mental when it comes to doing those things. So if I want to have a successful long-form YouTube video, I need to follow a strict set of rules when it comes to going to sit down and editing, so that way when I do go to sit down, I can do it. And that, here's what I'll go over. Caffeine, I need to have hit the gym that day, and I need to, well, no, these are all, no, because now I'm also building a rule set in my brain where if I don't hit these things, I'm giving myself an excuse for not doing as well. Am I thinking too fucking hard? Am I thinking too fucking hard? I feel like I've identified the negative reason. It's avoidance. I'm scared to put a lot of effort into something that doesn't do well. Period. It can't do well if I don't put effort in the first place. That's what I need to realize. I am scared of something I put effort into not doing well. However, on the flip side, the only other option outside of that is not putting the effort in, and then it's definitely not going to get the recognition. So I need to just try harder, and I just need to keep going harder and harder and harder and harder. And if I don't stop fucking trying, eventually it'll work. Oh, fuck. Eventually it will. Eventually it will. If I don't stop, it'll work, or I'll die before it works. Shit is complicated, bro. I am really thankful for my life and the path and trajectory I'm on. I'm kind of a bitch, though. Like, I need to stop being such a bitch. Like, I feel like part of what I'm also thinking right now is, do I go home and work on the video now that I'm telling myself what I need to know? But then on the flip side, it's like, is that the wise decision? I could brute force it. I could go and I could make this video regardless if I wanted to, but is that the right and smart decision? Like, is that a logical decision on the board? On the board? Oh, God, I'm playing too much fucking chess. Because, all right, I'm going to use a chess analogy here. We're in a position where I'd say I'm losing, right? I stated all of this facts earlier. As of right now, there's no caffeine in my system, partly because it's almost 12 in the morning. I did hit the gym today, but it's late as fuck. I'm tired, and I've got to be up in 8 hours. So if I wait too long, I'll end up cutting into cold calling time, and my mental will be bad. Then I'm gonna have to walk to the gym, and that shit's gonna be terrible. And plus from that would be I'd get a video out. However, if I choose to go home and rest and not make the video tonight, I can have a good day tomorrow. But is tomorrow guaranteed? Like, the only thing that's factually guaranteed is the present, because nukes could go in the air and blow up the fucking planet tomorrow, right? Like, and it's also hard to sleep knowing that I didn't try my hardest. And I think that's also an issue with me scrolling at night. I practice avoidance at night when I go to bed knowing that I didn't edit. Instead of sleeping and having to think about the fact that I didn't do my video, I scroll so that way I don't have to think about the fact that scrolling's a drug. Scrolling is a drug. Scrolling's a fucking drug. It's literally no different than going and smoking a joint. Oh, I'm feeling anxious right now. Oh, I'm feeling anxious right now. Like, yeah, it's hard not to smoke weed when you work at a dispensary. And it's hard not to consume content when you're a creator. Fuck you. Not you. Not you. You. But I also love that guy too. Fuck. Damn, I feel like everything in life is so contradictory. Like when you take anything at face value, you could always say like, hold on, like look at that, like that's a red slide, right? That's a red slide. Well, technically, the slide is every color but red. That's just the color it reflects. Yeah. Oh, God. That's what I feel like my life is right now. Like, oh, there's this good decision that I could make. But it's every decision but that good decision because that's what it reflects. I be thinking too fucking hard, dude. I think too hard. I use this thing too much. And then it ends up fucking me over. Like, I feel like it would be so much easier if I was just retarded and I just took everything at face value and just did it without thinking. But then again, that's how you make stupid fucking moves. Like, that's the equivalent of that is saying E4 and figure it out, right? Versus me going, all right, I'm going to play D4 and learn the London because I know that a lot of black players play E4, and if I play D4, I'll have a little bit of an advantage in lower elos because of this and that. But why am I also thinking and planning for lower elo players? That's a motorcycle. I don't know if you guys can hear that. That is definitely a motorcycle. Actually, it might be a car. Someone's speeding. I know that much. Oh, God, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. Soon, relatively soon. Right after things. I'm gonna fucking win. Alright? I be thinking my fucking ass off, and I'm making shit complicated, and I'm using this shit way too much. But there is one thing that I will not ever think about or worry about or consider, and it's about the fact that I'm going to fucking win.